In today's project, I'm going to be using this Easter bunny that I got from the Dollar Tree. I also grabbed this basket from Dollar Tree, and it was already black. I didn't have to spray paint it. And I'm going to cut a piece off of the front of the basket. You want it about 4 or 5 inches in length. And then I'm going to take my wood bunny, just remove the jute hanger, and I'm going to paint the entire bunny with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. You could pick any color of your choice, and you can make the bunny a little more colorful. It really depends on your style and how you decorate. Now, once my bunny was fully dry and had good coverage, I'm going to take some blue painter's tape and I'm going to lay it down on the bunny, just leaving a small line exposed. And I'm just separating each small line by the width of the painter's tape, and make sure the bunny is fully dry before you do this, or when you lift the tape, your paint will also peel. And I'm going to do that until I have the entire bunny covered with the painter's tape. You do want to make sure you rub your painter's tape down, that way nothing seeps under the paint. I'm going to take a Gen foam brush and some black Wise Owl paint, and I'm just going to apply the paint to the exposed lines on my bunny. Now I'm basically using the paint as some stain. If you want to water it down a little bit to make it a little lighter, you can certainly do that. Or you can also use some General Finishes gel stain, which goes on well. Once covered, I'm then going to just remove the painter's tape. If you feel like you had too much on, you could wipe it down with a paper towel before removing, but I did not feel I needed to do that. Now I'm going for a shiplap look. You certainly can decorate the bunny however you want. Now I didn't like the little line on the tail and on the ears, so once that was dry, I just took a piece of sandpaper and I sanded that off. And once I had removed it, I'm just going to give it a fresh coat of the white paint. So when applying your tape and adding the paint to it, just keep in mind to skip over those areas if you do not want the lines on the raised tail and parts of the ear. Next, I went back to the wire basket piece that we had cut off, and I'm going to attach that to the front of the bunny here. And I felt like the easiest way to do this was to take a piece of jute, and I'm going to string it through the right side and the left side just on the ends, and I'm going to just tie a knot so that it's on the back side, the inner part of the basket. So now we have the jute on the back here, and then I'm going to take my hot glue. You can use some E6000 if you'd like. I prefer the hot glue just because it dries quicker, but the E6000 will hold well. So I'm going to apply the hot glue to just the jute, and then I'm going to lay that down on my bunny. And just using this wood stick that I have, I'm just going to make sure that the jute is coming in contact with the bunny so that the basket is adhered to it. And then I'm just going to lay some hot glue on top of the jute just for extra strength. I got these little shredded paper from the Dollar Tree as well. It was this whole bag for $1. And I'm going to place that inside the basket. And I did put some hot glue, that way it would just adhere. And this is one way that it's going to cover that jute. You do not have to glue it down, but it does get a little messy. It's a bunch of small shredded pieces of paper. And then you can really stuff whatever you want in here. You could do artificial flowers, you could do succulents, but I have these small little carrots from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to tie 2 of them together with the jute and just make a little knot. I'll place that inside, and then I also have a bag of these little Easter eggs. They're the foam Easter eggs. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and I'll stick those inside as well. And then to finish this off, I'm just going to add the jute hanger back onto the ear here so that we have a way to hang this. You can also adhere it to a board if you want to make a welcome sign with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.